This IRL streamer has been denied deportation by the only two countries available to save him right now from facing imprisonment in the Philippines. That was because of the national concerns he caused over his live streams. A question gets brought up quite a lot. What is some of the worst content to exist on the internet? Is it daily slop? Yes, because of Dolan Dark.
Pyrocynical decided to monetize my pain and turmoil in a 12-minute video making fun of me. It's truly pathetic what he thinks he can get away with.
Maybe it's the complete tidal wave we're having right now with AI slop being posted everywhere. Personally, I think at the minute the worst kind of content you can make is IRL streams. Now, again, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that everyone that does IRL streaming content is inherently a bad person. Far from it. The vast majority of IRL streamers are really chill people. If anything, if you're an IRL streamer, it actually makes you a little bit of a target. I saw this one clip going around of an IRL streamer, and just because she was streaming, she actually got harassed by a group of boys, and they ended up spitting on her.
Have a good one.
Can I get on it?
If you want to.
Can I see?
Oh, yo, dude, you're f***ing crazy, dude.
So if you didn't see what happened there, one of the kids basically just walked up to her and spat on her back, and then she kind of just instinctively did this. I'm not sure what kind of move that is, but yeah, the kids weren't expecting that, and then they basically ran off. But the point I'm trying to make there is it is so easy to become a target when you're an IRL streamer. Usually it's not the IRL streamer that's the bad person, it's the people that try to stream snipe them. And obviously, as we know now, if you want to be any kind of e-celebrity, the market could not be more saturated, and that's why we've moved now onto this generation of clip farming. Hire me, I'm black? No. Wait a minute. No. Especially with some IRL streamers, the stakes to get your attention, because your attention is a currency, is higher and higher. That's why we've spawned complete degenerates, like, for example, the streamer Neon.
What you doing, bro? What the f you doing? The f bro?
Who just acts like a complete moron in public, and that's his only character. And it's also created this community of subhumans that just think anything that has shock value to it is inherently good content. It doesn't have to be entertaining. As long as it's at someone's expense, then it's good and clippable. I mean, it wasn't even a year ago, and I already made a video about a Kick IRL streamer who took a homeless woman out for food, racked up the bill, and then left without even paying. And regarding that homeless woman, there was a really bizarre cope the streamer came out with, basically saying she was a paid actor, like she was in on the entire bit. But as an update to that streamer, he had his Kick account permanently banned, and the owners were actually looking at finding the woman in the video to give her $50,000 as compensation. Or I guess some more light-hearted examples, like for example, when I Show Speed set off fireworks in his room. I can't show the footage for that. I can't do it. The original video of me talking about it got age restricted, despite the fact that his stream wasn't taken down or age restricted. Just imagine I Show Speed setting off fireworks in his room. It probably isn't that hard to imagine. Before I talk about borderline psychopaths, we have a merch restock right now. Link is in the description. We've got caps, t-shirts, hoodies, a lot of stuff. Please consider getting mommy's credit card. Thank you so much. But today I am talking about the YouTube legend turned streamer Vitali. This is a man that has a drug problem. His drug isn't what you'd usually think, a class A, B, or C substance, even alcohol. No. I'm talking about his absolute addiction to dopamine, and the views and the reactions bring that dopamine surging into his brain. Now, this has been slop that's been thickening in the trough for a couple of months now, but recently there has been a huge update about him. Some bird just screaming outside. Oh, they're mating. Oh, they f***ing, holy. Not in the garden, man. Not in the garden. No Riz in the garden. Now, Vitali is surprisingly no stranger to the Pyrocynical channel. This is someone that I used to do videos on. We are going back to nearly a decade now of content, which is really scary to think about. Now, this guy has done a multitude of hilarious pranks, like, for example, climbing the Hollywood sign a couple years ago, which I do think actually got him arrested. He even had this series that's 13 years old now called Disturbing the Peace, where he basically just went up to random people, started filming them, and just being annoying. Even at some points as well, just begging people to kiss him.
Kiss me! I like you, man. I like you.
Now, Vitali was part of that prank generation on YouTube. These are such famous names, like, for example, Sam Pepper. Soflo Antonio, that name might ring a bell because he had that hilarious meme format. I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm driving. Oh, it sucks. Now, back when this prank craze was at its peak, The majority of the internet hated it. I remember seeing YouTubers like H3H3 doing video after video trying to like expose these guys for either faking pranks or just terrible business practices. But honestly, since it's been nearly 10 years, looking back at this content now, in a really sick, twisted way, I almost have like a bit of nostalgia for it. I do miss it a little bit because this was probably a much better time on YouTube than how YouTube is now. I mean, the thing is now, you've got kick streamers, prank channels, and like TikTok debaters, and it's became this like holy trinity of some of the worst content imaginable. I was looking at this one video that Vitali put up as well, saying how to get girls to kiss you, and he just, you know, the entire video is him with just completely unfathomable riz.
What's up? What's such a cutie like you doing by yourself? May I ask you 3 questions? Depends on what. Do you have a boyfriend?
Probably not a staged video because of how much riz this guy has. But if anything, to be fair as well, like as cringe as the video is, at the same time, this was like 12 years ago. This is the same kind of era of YouTube of like, you know, Fridays with PewDiePie where he was like telling you how to be a salad. Bring it back. Please bring it back. Please bring it back. Please bring it back. It's a time of my life I will never get back again. Please bring it back, man.
This is everything. Can you tape salad to your face? Ah! Do I look stupid? Because I think I look pretty.
Dude, I really don't think we understood back then how easy it was to do YouTube. I do not think we realized how easy we had it. Oh my God. You tape salad to your face and you get 17 million views. No production company, no drone shots. Oh, take me back, man. Take me back to the Wild West era of YouTube. Well, okay, no, I don't miss all of it. Some of it I do miss, though. Now, just to give you some clarification on how much status Vitali used to have back in those days of the Wild West of YouTube, if you go on his channel and sort by the most popular videos, there is not a single video out of 150 that have actually been published this decade. But it's not just picking up girls that he's known for. He has actually been arrested 7 different times in 4 different countries, even having his own Wikipedia article basically just listing his arrests. In 2014, he was caught after invading a pitch during the World Cup finale in Brazil. Between 2016 and 2017, he was arrested 3 times for pitch invading NBA and baseball games, as well as what I said earlier, trespassing onto the Hollywood sign. In 2020, he spent 5 days in an Egyptian jail for scaling one of the pyramids of Giza, and then later he was arrested and charged with battery of a random woman after he tackled her and hit her multiple times. And more recently, which I'm sure you've heard of, he has been arrested in the Philippines. Now, if you take a look at Vitali's channel, you might realize, where's the content? Is he a YouTuber? Because in the past 4 years, he's only had 4 uploads. His consistency is somehow worse than my main channel. I mean, he does have shorts as well. He has become a bit of a shorts merchant on the side, but as we know, you get insane views from doing shorts. The money, that's a different question. That's why you'll get a lot of people on Twitter that are like, oh, bro, I got 200 million views this month. And then they always blur out their earnings because it's like, yeah, you probably made about 7 quid. To my knowledge, Kick, the live streaming platform, swooped in to save him, and it was his main source of income. But if you go to check on his page now, he's been banned. The thing is with Vitali as well, it's obviously that he has this pattern of behavior of doing similar things over and over, all for the sake of clips for content. Do I want to blame Vitali for this? Is he responsible for his own actions? Yes, but to be devil's advocate to a actual schizophrenic degree, I do think, unfortunately, the way social media works now, it promotes this kind of behavior, and it actually tricks a lot of people into thinking, like, nothing can be worse than falling off. Nothing. I mean, I could run around on this pitch. I could possibly get arrested, maybe even put in jail, but at least it stops that countdown of me falling off. So what has led Vitali to get in even more hot water recently is the Filipino government. After illegally climbing a pyramid and also illegally streaking on a football pitch for like the 7th time, he repeated this formula in the Philippines to be as much of a nuisance as humanly possible. He was also doing these pranks. Notice the quotation marks. They're not pranks. He's just going around like stealing stuff. That's not a prank. That's just shoplifting.
Excuse me, madam. I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right.
Actual undiagnosed mental illness. Goes up to a woman, physically imposing. I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. She freezes, and then he just goes on some bizarre rant about the libtards. What? What is going on with his brain?
No, yeah.
This is like stuff that kids do in shopping malls when they're like 13, by the way. This guy is like pushing 40.
No? What are you gonna do? Hello. 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 Papa, paparazzi, you are missing one on a papa.
They should stop harassing people and just go on to like the X Factor or something, I think.
Razzi, papa, razzi, papa, razzi, you are my queen, papa.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Now, some of you are probably thinking, okay, bro, he did a bit of trolling. He went up to a security guard and started singing paparazzi. Oh my God, this guy's the worst person in the world. But there are some legitimately dangerous things Vitali tried to do as well. Like, for example, trying to steal a gun from a security officer. I've gone through these videos and I've tried so hard to think of some kind of out that I can give Vitali, but it's just terrible. And it's gotten so bad that the president of the Philippines actually made a video addressing this.
Give me your scooter now. Give me your scooter now. Give me your scooter now. Give me a ride. Yes, you're gonna think about it.
Could you imagine as well, by the way, having the confidence to go up to random people and say things like that? It's like he's actually been gifted a superpower of just no social awareness, right? Complete extrovert. Like, anxiety fears this guy. And then you use it to basically do the equivalent of like Roblox trolling. Like, this is awful, man.
Social media.
So even he's basically saying, like, Vitali is not the issue here. I mean, he is, but he's the symptom of a bigger problem. Like, this kind of behavior is rewarded. I'm just amazing this hasn't happened sooner. Like, the government stepping in to, like, arrest streamers that are just obviously taking advantage of their country just for, like, clip farming. And this actually led to his arrest in Manila a couple months ago. So Vitali has been hit with the book. He has a plethora of charges, harassment, theft, and is now facing up to 24 years in prison for his actions. From the sounds of it, what I think is actually going to happen here, the Philippines are almost trying to use Vitali as an example to scare off other streamers from trying to replicate what he's doing, because if he's getting attention, if he's getting views, other people will think, you know, that there'll be copycats, people that want to replicate this behavior because they think they'll also be able to get clout. And by the Philippines basically giving him a really serious jail sentence or some kind of fine, at least, that will probably scare the majority of them away. I mean, I've talked about him before, but Johnny Somali is also another very similar example. He's actually looking at facing up to 10 years, and that was in South Korea. Now, the funny thing is with Johnny Somali, people have actually tried to fight back against him. He's basically doing similar stuff to Vitali, but I would argue possibly on the same level, if not worse. And this actually led to him at one point getting beaten up by an ex-Navy SEAL who was in Seoul. Now, if Vitali does get sent to prison, before that, he'll be sent to a detention center. The problem is the detention center that Vitali is being sent to is called the Gulag. That is not a joke, by the way. I understand, like, the irony because Vitali is actually Russian himself. And this is a detention center that is infamous for its poor living conditions, and it actually might be illegal in and of itself. There's insane overcrowding, lack of response times for medical emergencies. One Filipino prison, for example, has over 5,000 people dying per year. Now, the most recent update on Vitali at the minute is he has become stateless. He has become like Venom Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5, a man dedicated to no country, no borders will take him. So he hasn't lost his citizenship, not legally, but if you commit a crime in another country, get arrested, and then face charges for it, sometimes you have the chance to get away and kind of return to your country of origin, because some crimes are only applicable like within a nation. That is unless you break international law. Now, leaving to go to a different country is a really attractive option to a lot of criminals. I mean, a great example is talking about Andrew and Tristan Tate. They haven't been convicted of anything, but they're facing charges of rape, human trafficking, and to avoid prison, they basically immigrated to Romania, since they aren't actually wanted by the Romanian authorities because the crimes weren't committed in Romania. But then, as we know, the charges basically popped up in Romania as well, and they had to go to court. There was a really drawn-out process for all of that. Now, obviously, for YouTube pranksters, doing something illegal and then running away to another country, it's not like a completely foolproof method, mostly because a lot of countries talk to each other. They have Interpol. They have agreements that they'll work together to extradite people who they believe to be criminals. So because Vitali, I believe, has dual citizenship, American and Russian, I thought at one point that either the US or Russia would basically, you know, take him away from the Philippines, either letting him off the hook or charging them himself. I do want to clarify about the dual citizenship, by the way. He is a Russian citizen by birth, but in the US, he's a green card holder. But apparently, after asking both of the nations, they've just completely rejected him. And then on June the 1st, the Interior Secretary for the Philippines, John-Vic Remula, said this: "Our problem is that Russia is not accepting him. Neither does the US, where he is a green card holder, so we don't know where to send him. I assure you that he will serve his sentence." So it looks like Vitali could actually be sent to a Filipino prison, and it could be even up to 18 months of jail time. I just love the fact that your content is that bad that two of the biggest superpowers in the world basically turn their back on you. But even before this, to be fair, the Philippines weren't really too interested in deporting him. It's very obvious they wanted to make an example out of him. Like back in April when this story first breaking, Remula actually stated he will remain there now in the Bureau of Immigration detention facility in Muntinlupa, where he awaits his trial here. We will not deport him. He will be held accountable under the law here in the Philippines. Honestly, I can't see a way out for this guy. I think he's actually screwed. Like, I don't even think that they'll turn around and be like, we were just pranking. We just wanted to give you a bit of a scare. Go on. Go pretend to rob some more people. I genuinely think with how strict that country can be, especially with a lot of its laws, they're going to try to make an example out of him. I mean, I just don't understand why Vitali would go to the Philippines out of like anywhere in the world to do these pranks. They have some of the strictest laws I've ever seen in the world. I mean, a good example is their drug laws. You have like, you know, a little bit of weed on you or something. You could genuinely end up being put in prison for life for that, even if it was just the smallest amount. Now, one thing Vitali did try to do was pull the mental health card to try and get the charges dropped or at least reduced, and that was denied. I'm not sure what the plan was there, to be fair, like maybe just to be found not guilty on the basis of insanity. I mean, I will kind of agree there. I don't think Vitali is the full shilling, like the way he acts, like that video where he was pretending to mug that woman and then he just went on some bizarre anti-vax rant near the end. Now, I'm going to parrot something that I did not learn myself, but I was taught it from a YouTuber. You might be aware of the YouTube channel Jim Can't Swim, JCS. They do breakdowns of interrogation footage, but one video that they made that sticks in my mind is a lot of people seem to think that if they get the insanity plea, it's easy. They get off. It's like, this guy's insane. Oh, all the charges are dropped. You're fine. It doesn't work like that. I remember watching the JCS video and he literally says going to a mental ward is probably even worse than actual prison because you're constantly medicated, constantly surveilled, basically having little to no freedom. And the worst thing is if you got in there by somehow fooling the system and lying, you are someone that is completely mentally competent in a psych ward. But what's my takeaway from this? He should have just stuck to 2016 pranks, man, and we wouldn't be in this situation. I did a video on Vitali 8 years ago. Look at my face in that video.
Number 9, number 10. Disgusting. That's like me winning an award for my Bang Bus performance. You're f***ing garbage. They gave you that award so you don't commit suicide. You know what? Don't make me expose your...
Why was old Vitali actually funny?